University Challenge. Asking the questions, Amol Rajan.
Hello and welcome to University Challenge, where we're about to play the last of the second round knockouts. There are no playoffs in this round, no repechage, no wild cards. Only one place in the quarter-finals remains up for grabs, and whoever wins tonight will take it, while the losers will become the 20th team to leave the competition. Lincoln College Oxford had a relatively easy time of things in their first round match, beating King's College London by 225 points to 65. The Londoners looked unsettled from the start, and Mr Totolu, in particular, ruthlessly took advantage, picking up a very impressive 8 correct starters. They were less confident on their bonuses than they were on the buzzer, but they did answer well on classical music, anime and manga, and works by the historian Doris Kearns-Goodwin. Let's meet them for the second time.
Hi, I'm Ella Ward. I'm from Cambridge and I study maths and statistics.
Hi, I'm Mehmet Tatolu. I'm from Ümraniye, Istanbul, and I study history.
And their captain?
Hi, I'm Alexander Baker from Goring by Sea, West Sussex, and I'm reading physics.
Hi, I'm Anna Drummond-Young. I'm from Edinburgh, and I'm doing a PhD in physical chemistry.
Now, Lincoln probably won't be pleased to hear that the team from Imperial have already faced one Oxford College this year and dispatched them pretty comfortably. In their first round match against Balliol College, Imperial led from the first starter to the last, and their final score of 285 was the third highest of the round. They demonstrated along the way that they know just as much about the arts as they do about science, scoring full marks on sets about classical sculpture, Irish history, and 18th and 19th century literature. Let's meet them once again.
Hi, I'm Justin Lee. I'm from Hong Kong and Canada, and I'm studying chemistry.
Hello, I'm Adam Jones. I'm from Hong Kong and I study computer science.
And their captain?
Hello, I'm Soraya Haddad. I'm from Manchester and I study medicine.
Hi, I'm Shorajit Devnath. I'm originally from Calcutta, India, and I'm currently studying for a master's in applied computational science and engineering.
It's very good to see all of you back here again in the studio. I think you know how the rules work, so we'll just get straight onto it. Fingers on buzzers then. Here is your first starter for 10. The Peruvian priest Gustavo Gutierrez is often credited with coining the name of what branch?
Lincoln Tatolu.
Salvation theology.
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. What branch of Christian theology, centering on social concern for the oppressed? Variations outside South America include black theology and Palestinian theology.
Imperial Jones.
Liberation theology.
It is liberation theology, yes. Your bonuses, Imperial, are on English county towns. In each case, name the county town that lies closest to the midpoint of a straight line drawn on the map between the two named locations. First, Oxford and Truro. This town is associated with the Monmouth Rebellion of 1685 and is the location of a first-class county cricket ground.
Is it Exeter?
Okay, yeah, Oxford and Truro. Yeah, I'll have to. Exeter?
No, it's Taunton. Second, Gloucester and Oakham. The royal favourite Piers Gaveston was imprisoned at the prominent castle here and killed nearby in 1312.
Warwick?
Yeah, I'm happy to go to that.
Yeah.
Everyone? Yeah. Warwick?
Correct.
Well done.
Finally, Northampton and Ipswich. Oliver Cromwell's skull is said to be buried here.
Northampton and Ipswich. Any ideas? Northampton, Ipswich?
Cambridge? Go for that. No, it's not like
Peterborough?
What?
No.
Peterborough, sure.
No,
for that.
that's not a county town. Should we go for
Go for
Cambridge? Peterborough?
Bad luck, it's Cambridge. Let's start a question here. Name either of the West African political leaders who, in 1957, made a 10-year wager as to whether the gradualist policies of one would be more effective than the transformationalist policies of the other. One would remain in power until 1993, while the other was ousted in a 1966 coup in Côte d'Ivoire and Ghana, respectively.
Imperial Lee.
Nkrumah?
Yes, well, the other one was Felix Houphouët-Boigny. Your bonuses then are on a poem, Imperial. First published in 1842, which dramatic monologue by Robert Browning is addressed by a nobleman to a visitor to his home as they stand before a painting of
My
the
Last
title?
Duchess.
Correct. The text of My Last Duchess is typically prefaced with an epigraph naming which city northeast of Bologna. The poem's narrator is usually assumed to be the fifth and final duke of this city, Alfonso II d'Este.
Ferrara.
Sorry?
Ferrara.
Ferrara?
Correct. The last Duchess herself is usually equated with Alfonso's first wife, Lucrezia, a member of which Italian political dynasty that held power in
Borgia.
Tuscany? No, it was Medici. I was about to say from the 15th to the 17th centuries. Another starter question now. The 2022 Nobel Prize in Chemistry was awarded to Caroline Bertozzi, Barry Sharpless and Morton Meldal for their work on
Imperial Jones.
Click chemistry.
It is click chemistry, yes. Your bonuses then, Imperial, are 3 questions on concrete. The 2 main components of concrete are a binder such as cement and a particulate material such as sand or gravel. What general term is used in construction and engineering to denote the latter?
It's just cement or something. No, it's something different. Let's go for that. We don't have anything.
Yeah, sure. Cement.
No, it's construction aggregate. In the early 19th century, the inventor Joseph Aspdin developed a form of cement manufactured from limestone and clay or shale that remains in wide use today. It takes its name from which tide island in the English Channel, known for its limestone?
New Jersey, Guernsey.
It's not. It's a tide island.
Any thoughts?
Guernsey.
Guernsey.
No, it's Portland cement. Finally, the process of maintaining optimal moisture and temperature conditions while concrete is setting is known by what term? In cookery, the same term refers broadly to methods of food preservation. Curing is correct, yeah. Let's start the question. In different spellings, what short given name links all of the following? A Cuban-American performance artist known for her earth body sculptures, a British composer born in 1978 who stood...
Imperial Jones.
Anna.
Anna is correct, yes. Your bonuses then, Imperial, are 3 questions on Asia in the 1890s. The Paknam incident of 1893 saw French warships blockade the capital of which country, forcing its ruler to cede substantial territories to the east of the Mekong River?
Vietnam.
Yeah, happy with that. Vietnam.
That was Thailand, or Siam. Taking place in a client state in 1894, the Tonghak Rebellion sparked a war between which 2 Asian powers?
Chinese and Japanese empires.
Chinese and Japanese empires.
Is correct. From 1892, the organisation known as Katipunan opposed colonial rule in which present-day country? It declared independence from Spain in 1898.
Philippines.
Philippines is correct. Plenty of time, Lincoln, so you can get going with this picture starter. For your picture starter, you're going to see an image of a flag. For 10 points, I would like the name of the short-lived 19th century republic it represented.
Lincoln Tatolu.
Gran Colombia.
Gran Colombia is correct, yes. That was the first flag of Gran Colombia, a South American state that existed between 1819 and 1831. For your bonuses, you will see 3 further flags of states that no longer exist. 5 points for each you can identify. Firstly, this empire that came to an end when its government was replaced by a Soviet-backed junta.
That will be Ethiopia.
Yeah.
That will be yes.
Ethiopia.
Yes, the Ethiopian Empire. Secondly, this flag belonged to which federation in existence from 1958 to 1962?
That will be the Federation of West Indies.
Federation of West Indies.
Yes.
Federation of West Indies.
Spot on. And finally, which former European kingdom is this?
Prussia.
That will be Prussia, yes.
Prussia.
Is correct. Well done. This is another starter question and a quote. Poetry is emotion put into measure. The emotion must come by nature, but the measure can be acquired by art. These are the words of which English literary figure, whose poems include A Tramp Woman's Tragedy and The Darkling Thrush?
Lincoln Ward.
I need an immediate answer, sorry.
Imperial Jones.
Hardy.
It was Thomas Hardy, yes. Imperial, you get 3 questions on graph theory. A complete planar graph comprises a set of nodes all joined to each other, but with no lines crossing. What is the maximum number of nodes in this type of graph?
No lines crossed.
3, is it?
Go for 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Planars can go up to 3. Let's go for 3.
I'm going to call it on 3. Yeah. Okay. Right. 3.
It's 4. Born in 1930, which Dutch mathematician gave his name to an algorithm to find the path of least weight between any 2 nodes of a graph?
Nominate Dave Nath.
Dijkstra.
Correct. The 7 bridges in which city on the River Pregel are often cited to show that not all graphs have closed trails that use each arc
Königsberg?
once? Königsberg is correct, yes. Right, another starter question now. This is a quote. There is something to complete in this demonstration. I do not have the time. Which 19th century French mathematician wrote these words in the
Imperial Jones.
Fermat.
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. In the margin of a manuscript written the night before his death in a duel. He is known for political activism and for an eponymous theory linking group theory and field theory.
Lincoln Tatolu.
Galois.
Yes, it was Galois. OK, your bonuses, Lincoln, are 3 questions on Roman history. First, while holding the public office of Quaestor, which statesman delivered a series of speeches in a trial condemning Gaius Verres in 70 BC?
I think it's a Cicero. Let's go with Cicero. Okay.
Sure. Cicero.
Yes. To what position was Cicero elected in 66 BC? It was directly above Quaestor and Aedile on the Roman cursus honorum, or ladder of offices.
So consul.
Consul.
No, that was praetor. To what more senior position, equivalent to the chief magistrate of Rome, was Cicero elected in 63 BC?
Consul.
Consul.
Consul is correct, yes. Let's start the question now. I need a three-word answer here in either English or Czech. Eric, the first robot made in Britain, had the initials RUR inscribed on his chest, referencing the title of a
Imperial Jones.
Rossum's Universal Robots.
Is correct, yes, well done. Your bonuses then, Imperial, are on astronomy. What three-word name is given to the class of highly energetic astronomical objects that includes quasars, blazars, and BL Lacertae objects?
Nebulas?
Okay.
Maybe
if
try,
it-
yeah,
if it-
try nebulas, maybe.
Sorry?
Try nebulas.
It's a 3-word.
Okay.
Never mind.
Nebulas.
No, it's active galactic nuclei. Which class of active galactic nuclei, bright in the infrared, is named after the US astronomer who discovered them?
3 words English. No, sorry, it's not. Any idea? Do we know? We don't know. I'm going to pass. I don't think we know, do we? Pass.
Safer galaxies. Finally, the engine that powers active galactic nuclei is believed to centre on what large, dense objects surrounded by an accretion disk and a torus of dust and gas?
Just a black one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Black hole.
Black holes is correct, yeah. Let's start the question now. What two words complete the English title of the major essay of 1935 by German philosopher Walter Benjamin that discusses how emerging technologies of image and sound...
Imperial Jones.
Mechanical reproduction.
Mechanical reproduction is correct, yes. Your bonuses, Imperial, are questions on swords. Born in Mecca in about 600, who was the last of the 4 rightly guided caliphs, the first imam in Shia Islam, and the owner of the Zulfikar double-edged sword, one of the most celebrated items in Islamic... Ali, yes, Ali ibn Abi Talib. According to the Song of Roland, during which battle of 778 did Roland carry Durandal, whose pommel was said to contain several Christian relics?
Roncevaux pass.
Nominate Lee.
Roncevaux pass.
Is correct. Having a short curved blade with a sickle-like protrusion, Harpe was used by which mythological hero to decapitate the Gorgon Medusa?
Perseus.
Perseus is correct. Let's start the question. What adjective appears in all the titles of all of the following? A 2019 non-fiction book by Caroline Criado Perez, subtitled Exposing Data Bias in a World Designed for Men. A novel by Italo Calvino, published in 1972, framed as conversations between Kublai Khan.
Lincoln Tatulu.
Invisible.
Invisible is correct, yes. Your bonuses, Lincoln, are on prison scenes in Shakespeare's plays. In each case, give the title of the play from the description of the scene. First, Claudio is visited in prison by his sister Isabella, who tells him that the Duke's deputy Angelo has made him an offer, Claudio's freedom in exchange for her virginity. To Isabella's horror, Claudio begs her to accept.
What could this be?
I don't know.
Two gentlemen of Verona.
Yeah.
Go with that.
Sure.
2 Gentlemen of Verona.
No, it's measure for measure. Secondly, Borachio and Conrad are brought before the sexton by bumbling constable Dogberry. They're accused of staging a dangerous piece of lechery on behalf of Don John.
What should we do about that?
Much ado about nothing.
Correct. Finally, Paulina visits the prison in which Queen Hermione is being held. She learns that while in prison, the Queen has given birth to a daughter whom she determines to bring before King Leontes.
Winter's Tale.
Yes, it is the Winter's Tale. Let's have a music round now. And for your music starter, you're going to hear an extract from an early 20th century piece. For 10 points, simply name the composer.
Als wir aber...
Imperial Lee.
Weil.
It is Kurt Weill, yes. That was an extract from The Seven Deadly Sins by Kurt Weill, a sung or opera ballet that premiered in Paris in 1933. For your bonuses, you'll hear 3 further recordings, all of operas that premiered in the 1930s. Name the composer in each case. First, the composer of this opera, which premiered in an incomplete version in 1937.
Was seht ihr in den Lust- und Trauerspielen? Haustiere, die wohlgesittet führen, an blasser Pflanzen kost ihr
It is German, right? So it could be Berg. Berg.
Okay, I'm just happy with that. Okay. Yeah, nominate Jones.
Berg.
Berg is correct. Secondly, this composer, who died in 1928. The opera premiered in 1930.
Is it not? Can we trust coverage then?
Come on. Seven answer.
Sorry. Pass.
It's Janacek from the House of the Dead, based on the story by Gogol. And finally, the composer of this opera, which premiered in 1934.
What language is it? What language is it? What language is it?
Yeah, it's French.
Come on then, seven answer.
Prudent.
No, it's Shostakovich. Let's start the question. Plenty of time, Lincoln. Pithecanthropus erectus is a musical interpretation of the history of human evolution written by which jazz...
Imperial Jones.
Charles Mingus.
It is Charlie Mingus, yes, you're right. Your bonuses then are 3 questions on members of Parliament for Northampton. Despite repeated re-election, from 1880 to 1886, Charles Bradlaugh was denied his seat in Parliament as MP for Northampton because he refused to swear a religious oath. He was president of what organisation, which he had founded in 1866? I need a 3-word answer.
Atheist.
No, it's Jewish organization, so the English Jewish organization or something.
Okay. All right. English Jewish organisation?
No, it's the National Secular Society. Briefly MP for Northampton in the early 1920s, who became Britain's first female cabinet minister when Ramsay MacDonald appointed her Minister of Labour in 1929?
So in the 60s. Anyone? Okay, I don't know. Pass.
Margaret Bondfield. Known as Little P, who became MP for Northampton in 1796, serving until his sudden death in the House of Commons in May 1812.
Spencer Percival.
Spencer Percival.
Yes, the only British Prime Minister to be assassinated, of course. Let's start the question. Born in Brittany in 1678, the physician Pierre Fauchard is considered to be the father of which branch of modern medicine? His magnum opus describes many new tools he adapted from watchmakers or jewellers' instruments, as well as...
Lincoln Drummond Young.
Surgery.
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points, as well as novel treatments for diseases such as pyorrhea. Have a go, anyone?
Imperial Jones.
Obstetrics.
No, it's dentistry. Now let's start the question, see if we can get going with this, Lincoln. Born in 1918, which British scientist won a Nobel Prize for determining the amino acid sequence of insulin? And a second Nobel Prize was...
Imperial Lee.
Sanger.
It was Fred Sanger, yes. Your bonuses are on radiation. Measured in curies or becquerels, which measure of radiation counts the number of atomic decays per unit time?
Activity, just radioactive activity.
Okay.
Okay. Radioactive activity?
Correct. Measured in grays or rads, what measure of radiation exposure counts the amount of energy imparted on matter per unit mass?
Dose.
I need a... I can't accept that, I'm afraid. I was about to say I need a 2-word term, which was absorbed dose. Finally, measured in sieverts in the SI system, what measure of overall radiation exposure weights the absorbed dose by factors related to the sensitivity to radiation of the bodily organs affected?
Toxicity, maybe.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. So, yeah, because we talk about X-ray toxicity. Toxicity?
No, it's the effective dose. Now, let's start a question now. Believed to have been invented in 1883 by the French mathematician Edouard Lucas, what mathematical puzzle involves moving a stack of different-sized discs between 3 vertical...
Imperial Date Math.
Tower of Hanoi.
Towers of Hanoi is correct, yes. Your bonuses, Imperial, are on eponymous terms in chemistry. The name of which French chemist is given to the principle which states that when a change in conditions is applied to a system in equilibrium, the system will adjust in order to counteract the change?
Yeah. Le Chatelier?
Correct. Which Swiss-born chemist formulated the law that states the following? If a reaction can take place by more than one route from the same initial and final conditions, then the total enthalpy change is the same for each route.
Hess.
Hess.
Hess is in Hess's law, yes. What name is given to the constant that is used to represent the number of atoms or molecules in 1 mole of a substance? It can be represented by the letter L for Lima.
Yeah. Is it the same?
Yeah, Avogadro's number.
Is it still Avogadro? Avogadro?
No, I can't accept that, I'm afraid. I have to take your first answer, and his name's Avogadro.
Oh.
Let's start for 10 then. Referenced in Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot and listed by UNESCO as an element of intangible cultural heritage, which stick and ball sport contested by teams of 15 women has rules similar to hurling and is played competitively in a national league in Ireland and in the All-Ireland Championships?
Imperial Haddad.
Lacrosse?
No.
Lincoln Drummond Young.
Shinty.
No, it's camogie. Let's start the question. Name either of the 2 Norse sagas that are sources for the life of Gudrid the Far-Travelled, born in the late 10th century and described as the Viking woman who sailed to America and walked to Rome. One saga is named after a Norwegian explorer, the other after settlers of a large island.
Lincoln Tatolu.
Leif Erikson.
No.
Imperial Lee.
Greenland Saga. Greenlander Saga.
Yes, we can accept that, yes. The other was The Saga of Eric the Red. Your bonuses are on Jacobean tragedies, Imperial. First published in 1633, 'Tis Pity She's a Whore is a revenge drama by which playwright, also known for his collaboration with Thomas Dekker and William Rowley on The Witch of Edmonton.
Who's Duchess of Malfi?
I remember.
Who's that? Is that Ben Jonson?
Webster, is it?
Try it.
Yeah, try that.
Webster?
No, it's John Ford. D'Anville, an amoral French nobleman, is the title character of which 1611 tragedy by Cyril Tourneur? At the end of the play, he kills himself accidentally while trying to execute his nephew, an event presented as a vindication of divine judgment.
I've heard this so familiar. I don't think. No.
Okay, if we're not going to get it, I'm going to pass. Pass.
The Atheist's Tragedy. Yeah. Which tragedy by John Webster includes a murder scene incorporating a poisoned Bible, a melancholy duke who believes himself a wolf, and a deception involving wax figures and a severed hand?
Duchess of Malfi. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Duchess of Malfi?
It is the Duchess of Malfi, yes. Let's start the question now. In 2022, who became the first female recording artist to achieve top 20 hit singles?
Lincoln Ward.
Oh, I don't know, sorry.
I'm afraid you lose 5 points. Top 20 hit singles in the UK in 6 consecutive decades from the 1970s onwards. In doing so, she became the oldest female singer at 63 to have a UK #1 hit single.
Imperial Haddad.
Madonna?
It was Kate Bush with Running Up That Hill. Now let's start the question. The sum of voltages around any closed loop in a circuit is 0. This is the second...
Lincoln Ward.
Kirchhoff?
It is Kirchhoff, yes, well done. Your bonuses then, Lincoln, are 3 questions on paintings of the Arctic. Depicting a jagged mass of ice with a shipwreck against its right-hand slope, The Sea of Ice is an 1824 work by which German Romantic painter?
Any German.
Any German painter? Pass.
It was Caspar David Friedrich. Next, which artist of the Hudson River School painted the 1865 work Aurora Borealis, based on a sketch and description by the Arctic explorer Isaac Israel Hayes?
Who's the guy who made the Progress of Civilization?
I don't know.
Let's go with West.
West.
No, it was Frederick Edwin Church. Inspired by John Franklin's Lost Arctic Expedition, Man Proposes, God Disposes is an 1864 painting by which British artist? It depicts 2 polar bears picking over scattered wreckage, one with a mouthful of human bones.
This is the one at the British University.
Yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah.
Do you know who it is?
No.
Turner?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I might just guess Turner. Turner.
No, it's Edwin Landseer. OK, we'll do a picture round now, and for your picture starter, you will see a painting. For 10 points, name the French artist who painted it.
Imperial Jones.
Lorraine.
It is Lorraine, yes. Your picture starter, Imperial, was Claude Lorraine's Seaport at Sunset. For your picture bonuses, 3 more paintings of ports or harbours. 5 points for identifying the artist of each. First?
Derain?
Is this Signac or Seurat? Seems like Signac.
Yeah, I think Signac, yep. Signac.
Correct. Secondly?
Not sure about this one.
This could be Fernand Léger or...
Maybe.
It doesn't have to be French, right?
No.
It could, looks like it could be a
What's
Léger.
that guy? Like Charles Demuth or something?
Come on.
Oh, Robert Lonning.
Charles Demuth?
Charles Demuth?
No, it's Edward Wadsworth. And finally?
Monet.
Looks like Monet or something.
Monet?
It was Monet, yes. Another starter question now. In ornithology, what common name is given to raptors of the genus Circus, whose species include marsh, montagues and hen?
Imperial Jones.
Harrier?
It is the harrier, yes. Your bonuses, Imperial, are on 20th century history. In each case, I need a precise year. All 3 questions have a 5-word clue to a year that ends in the number 5. First, miracle year of Albert Einstein.
1905.
It is 1905. Secondly, Japan bans socialism and communism.
1925?
Okay. 1925?
Correct. Finally, Moscow Metro opens under Stalin.
1915?
35.
35?
35 or 45? 35.
35 sounds better, yeah. 1935?
It was 1935. Another start of the question now. This is a quote. We have seen better days. In which play by Shakespeare does Flavius say these words? It is the only one of his plays to have a title that includes the name of a modern-day capital city. Anyone?
Lincoln Ward.
Timon of Athens.
It is Timon of Athens, yes. Your bonuses then, Lincoln, are 3 questions on a canid mammal. First, the Japanese raccoon dog, binomial Nycter utes viverinus, is also commonly known by what single-word Japanese name? These animals often appear in Japanese folklore as shape-shifting trickster figures.
Wait, is this Kitsune?
Yeah.
Kitsune?
No, it's tanuki. Directed by Isao Takahata, which 1994 Studio Ghibli film centres on a community of tanuki who are trying to save their forest home from destruction? Its title refers to the sound produced by the tanuki inflating and drumming on their bellies.
Is this Pompoko?
Maybe I haven't seen that one.
Or what were you going to say?
I was going to say Princess Mononoke, but it's not that.
Go with that one.
Pompoko?
It is Pompoko, yes. Finally, an anthropomorphic tanuki called Tom Nook is a major recurring character in which series of social simulation video games? Subtitles of recent instalments include New Leaf and...
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing is correct. Let's start a question. In chemistry, what three-word term represented by the letter G for golf is used as a measure of the maximum useful work that can be obtained in a...
Lincoln Baker.
Gibbs Free Energy.
Gibbs Free Energy is correct. Your bonuses, Lincoln, are on cloud types, as described by the Met Office. In each case, name the type of cloud from the description. First, short, detached, hair-like clouds found at high altitudes. In the daytime, they are whiter than any other clouds in the sky.
Cirrus.
Correct. Dark, grey, featureless layers of cloud, thick enough to block out the sun, producing persistent rain.
Cumulonimbus?
Yes.
Cumulonimbus?
No, it's nimbostratus. Finally, detached, individual cauliflower-shaped clouds, usually seen in fair weather conditions.
Cumulus.
Cumulus, yeah.
Cumulus.
Correct. Another starter question. Prime numbers that are one less than a power of 2.
Lincoln Ward.
Mersenne.
Yes, that's absolutely right. Well done. Your bonuses, Lincoln, are on Iran. The power of the Shah was strengthened following the US and British-backed coup of 1953 that removed which prime minister from power?
Nominate Tolu.
Mossadegh.
Correct. In 1963, the Shah launched an aggressive reform programme that saw the dismantling of Iran's traditional land ownership structures. What colour is used to designate this?
White.
White revolution is correct. Which Iranian leader was the third president of the Islamic... And at the goal, Lincoln College, Oxford have 120 and Imperial have 250 points. Well, it is incredibly decent and gracious of you guys to applaud like that because, I mean, that was an amazing performance, which we'll come to. But it's just got to be said that on so many of those starter questions, you guys pounced, but just a fraction too late. And it's just such enormously bad luck because actually you did know the answers and you're up against an amazing team. Have you had a good time? You enjoyed it?
Yeah, definitely.
It's been an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much, and thanks for putting in such superb performances. Imperial, blimey. That was good, wasn't it? Really, really good. That was an incredibly strong performance. And it's amazing how much you know about non-science subjects, given what you guys are studying. Bad luck, guys, and well done to you guys, Imperial. We'll see you again. Well, I very much hope that we can see you guys again. You could join us for the first of this year's quarter-final matches. But until then, it's goodbye from Lincoln College, Oxford.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from Imperial College.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.